So Your Heart actually started off life as a very, very simple, boring track. Here's what it sounded like, my first ever draft of this track. Very similar to how it is now. And this was on Sunday, the 8th of August, 2021, over 2 years ago. It was my first ever time making this track. And if we skip to the drop, wow, that's terrible. That's rubbish. But you can see the idea of the track was there. I literally started with just the bass line. And in this project you're seeing here is just my intro version, which I've done, which will be available on YouTube when this comes out. And it's just basically a much more longer version. Like if I want to play this live eventually, or somebody else wants to play it live, then I've got like a 30-second intro of just the guitars and, you know, the bass comes in halfway through. And it just gets very atmospheric, very long, and at the end it fades out, but we'll get to that. So the main part of this song is obviously the vocals, and I worked with Jordan Grace on these vocals, who's worked with Martin Garrix on one of his tracks, Oxygen. He's also worked with Nicky Romero and I believe Armin van Buuren. So it was an amazing opportunity to work with him, and I'm really happy that it turned out. And so his vocals are here as the track starts.
Time flies with us up against the wall. Whoa.
Just a bit of reverb and delay on them.
Let me see into your heart.
On each individual layer, I think.
Whoa, you're beautiful in every way. Honestly, I can't live without you.
They just suit the track so well. He has such a unique voice. With the tone of his voice is so. It almost doesn't sound like it's a male, but it is a male, obviously, and it just has that really good feel. I don't think anyone else really has that that I've worked with. It sounds very, 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 very unique. We had this idea of just having like a track that actually has two meanings, so people can interpret this as like a love song, but I also wanted it to have like a dual meaning, which is quite cool, where you can look at it as a love song. You could also look at it as if someone is talking to a previous version of themselves, how they've grown and developed. I always want there to be like a special meaning behind the track, and that for me was really important with this track. And so as we get into the build-up, I'm keeping the same bass pretty much almost the whole way through and just spicing it up. The main lead sound is this guitar from Nexus, which I played around with. This was what was in the original version, very first demo I ever made of this track, and I managed to keep it in the actual thing. On its own it sounds horrible, but with the rest of the leads, and I've got the leads that are pitched up and pitched down, just to add, and pan left and right, just to add a little bit of something extra. And then the counter harp coming in. One of my favourite sounds I ever found, this one. I love that. I honestly I remember putting that out and thinking this is something. Just in the background. One of my favourite parts of this song is actually the breakdown after the first drop. I like how the song sort of stops and then starts again, just for a very minute second it pauses. So if we play it here, we have a slight reverb tail of the vocals, gets more wet. Everything goes away for just a minute second. And then it comes straight back in again, which I feel like adds a really nice feeling. So I really like that. It's a bit strange how a breakdown is probably my favourite part of the track, but it's true. I really liked how it turned out. I think Avicii did something similar in one of his unreleased tracks. I think he played live. I don't think he cut everything like that, but he did something where you have like a four bar break, and it's just a hi-hat and a clap, and it just works really well. It makes the song feel very glossy, and I can't really describe that in proper words, and they'll probably think, what the hell is he talking about? But to me, this track is a very glossy track, and it's something that I've wanted to make. Like, this is the target for me, to make tracks like this that feel glossy, and I can't quite put that into like proper words. But I wanted to make a track like this for a long time, and it just turned out that this was the first one that I made that really very Vekken, if that's even a phrase. Second part of the track is really nice with the vocals. Jordan did an amazing job on this. And it's just forward to the floor, simple kick clap, and I bring in more percussion down here. Some pound to the left, some pound to the right. My favourite piano. The chords are very important in this part. I forgot to show you this. I think it's this one actually. This is addictive keys, and I played around with the preset and the settings. I love this piano. Just makes it sound so classic, so kind of like vintage, and weirdly it works in a track like this where it's like a clubby house track. I didn't expect it to, but it just works really well. And so yeah, once we get through that part, we come into the next build up. And 2 snares here. Those 2 snares down here, they add something. It's a bit flat without it. And again, everything else coming in here. One thing I did was automate the tremolo on the leads. So here you can see I've automated it every part before the second half of the drop. Where is it? Yeah, so I've automated the tremolo, and if I solo it, you'll be able to hear what it sounds like. And just adds another layer of something. Otherwise it's quite boring without it. It sounds very flat, and I don't want my leads to sound very flat. And even listening to this back now, I'm thinking I could have done some more with the leads. I could have made it like even bigger, even punchier. But the track's done. I feel like I'm too much of a perfectionist. It's done now. So another big part of this track. Another really important part of this track is the guitars, which are recorded by Tom Stafford, who I've worked with before. Really great guy. He's smashed these guitars out of the park. If I solo them, you can really hear their effect. They're very low in the mix. Automated to come up through the track. 3 different guitars I think he recorded. They sound really good. Just in the background of the drop, it just fills up that space. Come back in now. He's super talented. Tom, if you're watching, thank you so much for your work. And then as we get to the end of the track in this intro version, we've just literally looped what we've had and moved the vocals back 8 bars. So in this second drop, you don't have any vocals. It's just after the second drop. In fact, in the outro part, we have the vocals, and I've got 2 of Tom's guitars and just some bare bones of the rest of the track. Bass line, some percussion, 2 guitars, and that pluck I was telling you about. And the ending is just a guitar slowly EQ'd out. Very mysterious. Slowly EQs down. And there's a massive boom at the end. And that is your heart. Actually, before I go, I've got a slowed and reverbed version of this track. Let me try and find it and play it to you, because it's a little bit different. Here we go. What do you think of this? I think I'm going to put this on YouTube. Just gives it a totally different meaning and feeling of the track. In fact, if people like this enough, I'm going to release it as a proper release. I'm not sure if they would like it or not. Let me know if you want to have that on streaming platforms and I can make it happen. But that was Your Heart. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Go and stream it, send it to your friends, your neighbors, your cat, and I'll see you in the next one. Next track coming soon, it's called Twilight. It's with Rory Hope, who was on Back to Life. But that is top secret, so keep that to yourself. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Ciao.